They were looking for volunteers to fly these special missions to transport jet fuel into remote airstrips and fire bases for the helicopters. That was, to fly was really one of my childhood goals, and that was the opportunity. And it didn't take long to kind of regret that, but that's what I did. When you're in an aircraft, that's just a term that we use. We're flying because we are flying. Whatever your position is in the airplane, in the aircraft, is, you're a crew member, and, I'm not actually driving the airplane, but we all have our own, responsibilities and work as a crew together. In combat scenarios, actually, everyone has to know how to fly. Depending on what time or what kind of airplane. In my case, they actually, pilots wanted everyone else to learn it. If the pilot gets shot up, pull them out of the seat and jump in. They want everyone feels more comfortable if everyone knows what to do, with everyone's position. And it should be that way. I'm transporting jet fuel, and I'm carrying it in these huge rubber bladders, and with pumps where we would land, the back doors would open, and we'd just refuel these huge, same thing, rubber bladders, fuel cells, for the helicopters. And it was endless. It was nonstop because those things were always getting shot up by snipers or fragged with mortar rounds, and they were always springing leaks. So it was like endless to fly in and fill them in. About 6 months into my time there, we were transitioning these airplanes over to the South Vietnamese Air Force with their pilots, and it's from that my last 6 months was I was flying with the South Vietnamese. It started with myself and an American pilot. And their pilots were trained here in the United States. They were good. They were older. They were good guys. But there were no other crew positions, so it took, Americans. So that was a very lonely feeling. After a while, it was just me being the only American. And flying with the South Vietnamese Army to the border, across the border, trying to halt a massive invasion that was just, everyone knew was coming. This is 1971. American troops had already, downsized, and the transition was turned over to the South Vietnamese. So now I'm, directly involved in their war with them. If I saw another American somewhere, I was happy. We would hug each other. So that was that. In 1997, I organized an all-Vietnam vet crew to go back and repatriate MIA remains. So we went into North Vietnam, Noi Bai Airport, and we were to bring back remains from North Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. Although the one from Laos wasn't quite ready, so we had Cambodia and Vietnam. So I brought back 4 sets of remains to the forensic lab in Hawaii, Central Investigation Lab in Silha, Hawaii. It was a joint task force. It was called Joint Task Force Full Accounting. It's changed into another name, JPAC. But at that time, so you're given by the Vietnamese government 30 days at a site. Whatever you get or don't get, that's it. 30 days, you're out of there. At the time, I knew who we were looking for, but I couldn't say anything because the families didn't know, and that you don't know when they will find out. So it's just, that's, you don't say anything. And then there's a ceremony to return them to their home. But I'm not part of that. My mission was with the Joint Task Force to recover remains. Return them to U.S. territory, which was Hawaii. I am number 335.